Yeah, like bluesmen.
Ninja Gaiden.
That's a game that I've heard referenced a lot.
That's a good game, Tim, because you can jump between walls, I believe. I believe you have ninja stars, but you can also punch and kick.
The more games you say, the more I'm not going to buy this when it comes out.
Why? Because these games sound too fun? What? Oh, punching, kicking, ninja stars, and jumping between buildings? No, that's enough for old
Maybe
Tim.
I'd do that anyway.
Pac-Man.
Was that ever on Nintendo?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that like a crazy addition? Because you're like, oh, I don't think a Pac-Man is a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there.
I panic too much in Pac-Man.
Really?
Yeah. Those ghosts
God,
scare the hell out of me.
You got some real anxiety issues there.
Oh, really? Hi.
Punch-Out featuring Mr. Dream, not Mike Tyson.
They blew it.
Well, who blew it? Mike Tyson?
Nintendo. I mean, I guess Mike Tyson blew it by doing an awful thing.
Right. But here's the thing. Punch-Out was, like, it wasn't until it was an arcade game, and it wasn't until it came to Nintendo that they were like, oh, wait a minute, we should get this super famous boxer in on it. So in some ways, this is a more authentic experience.
Sure. Like, justify it any way you want.
Punch-Out's a fun game.
Well, the original version is Mr. Dream.
Is Punch-Out too much for you?
No, it's fine.
Too much for your sensibilities?
Never was good at it. I would go over this kid's house. He was my friend. Mm-hmm. And he had these scary older brothers.
Right.
And it was kind of like I would play them, but they had this kind of...
you would play against them in Punch-Out?
Or like
it's a one-player game,
like
Tim.
Tournaments.
Your story's falling apart.
No, we'd have tournaments.
Okay, yeah, I had a Street Fighter tournament during a birthday once.
Nice. But if the winner of the tournament got to punch everybody in real life, not in the face.
Right. Well, yeah, of course, not the face.
But these were like mean older brothers. And I had a very nice older brother, like a kind man.
Right, yeah.
He was a boy at the time, I guess. He's a kind man now. He's a kind boy at the time.
Uh-huh.
So I wasn't accustomed to this.
Right.
And then, so like when I think I subconsciously or not subconsciously associate Mike Tyson's Punch-Out with actually getting punched by somebody way bigger than me.
I love that. Like how old were you at this time?
Second grade. Like,
and how old were these boys? These mean boys?
They seemed like they were 35. I'm sure they were 12.
Right. I love that.
Some of them had mustaches, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, then
these were bad kids.
Like, yeah,
Tom, these were the bad kids.
All right. Yeah, I love that age of like with boys between like 8 and like 14 were like just getting to exact violence on somebody is its own reward.
Yeah.
Like you would take that prize of being able to just punch strangers over anything.
See,
the ultimate prize. I get to just punch somebody with reckless abandon.
Yeah, I think those guys ruined it for me.
Right.
Because, like, I never had that because, like, I think I realized how much it sucked to be on the other end of it.
Yeah, that was always like...
Because I was on the other end of it. Those guys did some damage, huh?
When I was a kid, yeah, because I was always like, you know, like being a little boy, always into the idea of like, oh, yeah, this sounds great. Like, and then the loser gets punched. But in my mind, it was always more like, oh, I like holding over the idea like, oh, now I get to punch you. It wasn't so much
power.
Yeah, but it
wasn't
so
the act of violence.
Right.
It was the power implied by the violence.
But then every once in a while, you would run into kids where it was like, nope, they just got off on like...
They liked it all.
Yeah. They're like, I'm going to get a running start and punch you as hard as I can. Even though I have no ill will against you, I just feel frustrated.
I hate my dad and I'm taking it out on you.
Star Tropics.
Sounds nice. Sounds
That
relaxing.
sounds nice, yeah. I believe that's a role-playing game.
Okay. Tom?
Yeah.
RPG?
Yeah.
I'm hip to the slang.
Super C.
I don't know
That's Contra. That was, I believe, like the sequel to Contra.
Contra was the one with the up, up, down, down.
Yes, and with the guns and the running.
Yeah, I've never played it.
All right. Now, Tim, the next 6, the last 6 greatest hits. Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario Brothers 2.
A little less. I couldn't wrap my head around it, man. You know what I mean?
What do you mean you couldn't wrap
I was too much of a square. I didn't understand what was going on.
It was all a dream, man.
Yeah, but I was like, man, I preferred the more straightforward high of Super Mario 1.
Wow. No, Super Mario 2, that was it for me.
Yeah. You know what? I never had it.
Right. I never had it either, but a friend had it.
Yeah, so I was like, the princess can fly? What is
She can
going
hover,
on
too.
here?
Everybody had their own strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah. It seemed like too much of a learning curve.
You could pull things up from the ground. A lot of fun. Yeah. Super Mario Brothers 3. Maybe the best game ever.
As immortalized by Jenny Lewis in the film The Wizard.
Yes.
A new game?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a new game.
Well, it's not new anymore, but it's in there. Tecmo Bowl. Were you ever a Tecmo Bowl person?
We were a Tecmo Bowl.
Techno Bowl.
Techno Bowl. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, people love that game.
Yeah.
People play that game to this day.
I think my brother might be into that game to this day. I would have gotten one for him.
Yeah. I think Tecmo Bowl is one of those games where, like, hackers on the internet, like, make new versions with, like, the current season's real players. The Legend of Zelda, and then Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link.
The Adventure or Adventures?
The Adventure. It's one adventure.
Wow.
Yeah.
All that happened in one adventure. Wrong for 20 years.
Yeah. Bet you feel like a real bonehead now.
I do feel like a real bonehead.
Yeah.
That game, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the bummer about the new NES.
Right.
That Adventure of Link
mm-hmm.
was a gold cartridge.
Was it? Or was that the first one?
Oh, no. It might have been the first one. I didn't have the first one.
Okay.
But
the second one was a gold
certainly the second one.
Wow.
Because I was like, Mom, Dad, we can't afford this. I appreciate it, but please take it back.
Oh, my goodness. A gold video game?
Yeah, no.
It's
I'm
all
sorry.
too much.
I had no idea. You guys work hard. This isn't right.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, because we kind of skipped over all the Mario. And, like, Super Mario 3, I remember was just, like, the biggest deal that had ever happened.
Yeah, they made a whole movie around it.
Exactly. They were just, I feel like...
to launch it.
I feel like Super Mario 3 was the first thing where they were like, yo, we're going to hit kids from every angle to hype this. Like, kids think things are hype now. We're going to have a movie. We're going to have serials. We're going to have a TV show. We're going to put it in all the magazines.
And not to mention, stellar game.
Yeah, exactly. And it was...
To that point, it was the... How often is like the flagship game, like the main, like the spokesman... Like
he's not a spokesman.
He's the spokesman for Nintendo. From what I believe, the CEO's son. How often does that like actually wind up being the best thing? It's like Mickey Mouse isn't the best Disney
by
guy.
far he's not even. Yeah,
Bugs Bunny's good,
right?
But he's no freaking Foghorn Leghorn,
right? I say.
Yeah.
And Mickey Mouse doesn't try and be the best either. Mickey Mouse knows his place. He's like, look, I'm
going to show up in a suit once in a while.
Right. Every once in a while, I'm wearing a tuxedo and a top hat. Everybody thinks it's very classy.
Yeah.
But he knows his place. He's not out there swinging for the fences. He's like, look, my job is being an ambassador.
Mario gets down and dirty. He gets in the mud, and he's just like,
Mario's in like a million games. He's like, oh, sure, I'll be a doctor. Why not?
Sure.
They don't hold back on Mario. Tim, I got an idea for a think piece.
Okay. Ooh, this is great.
I would posit that Super Mario 3 is why like people our age and around our age have problems with like hype. Because I think that was the first thing that was hyped to us, and it was better than... It delivered and then some. And we were just like... Yeah, I guess like if somebody hypes something, it's going to be even better than they're saying it is. And
everything
that's never
since
happened
then,
again.
Crystal Pepsi. Last Action Hero.
Uh-huh.
The Zune.
Right.
You know, nothing lives up to the hype.
Yeah. Nothing can ever beat that first high.
Yeah.
That Super Mario
We're numb
Brothers
to
3
it
high.
now.
Where you're like, what? There's so many power-ups and a warp whistle. Secrets.
This is a controversial stance.
Mm-hmm.
Enough with the warp whistles and trying to
Tim, again, you're
skip
just
over
thinking of
levels.
Jenny Lewis.
No. What I'm saying is, I see people like, let's play Super Mario Brothers 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then guess what? They get to the second level,
Yeah.
and they're like, watch this. I'm going to skip over a bunch of boards.
Oh, yeah,
It's like,
because he can go on the top.
why
and
would
run
you
past.
play a game that is supposedly fun and skip over 60% of it
How many people do you see do this, Tim?
all the time? I watch YouTube videos of people playing
Just
Nintendo.
hoping that they won't skip the level.
Yeah, come on,
There's
just go.
I want to see.
I don't know if I know what the end of that second level looks like.
World 2, you mean?
World 2.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
1-2.
Yeah. No, it looks like that. Oh, no, you come back up and then you run to the flag.
Right.
You go back
But
above ground.
1-3 is probably the least played level in any Mario game.
Probably.
And it's sad, man. Just
Yeah.
You know what? The journey is the destination, guys. I know you want to get to the end and beat Koopa.
Right.
That's
We
admirable.
all do.
But guess what? You see, your mom and dad spent $60 on this game.
Uh-huh. Well, it
Freaking-
came with Nintendo.
Yeah, okay, but like not Super Mario 3.
No. Yeah, so don't skip that one.
Play the levels. It's supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun,
Mm-hmm.
if you're just trying to get to the end so you don't have to play it anymore, guess what? It's just as easy not to play it.
No. Wise words.
Thank you, Tom.
I remember in like 5th grade, a substitute teacher buying Super Mario Brothers 3 from a friend of the show, Dan, and thinking that was like very inappropriate.
Wait, what?
A substitute
Dan
teacher.
Deacon.
Yeah.
Sold.
Sold his copy of Super Mario Brothers 3 to a substitute teacher.
That's
were
that
like
crosses some sort of.
Yeah, we were like 11 years old, and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't... They sold it to him on the playground for like $40 too. I was like, that's too high of a price, Mr. Nichols. But second off, like, shouldn't you not be doing this? You're
And
an
also-
adult. Should you not be buying?
Dan, your parents bought you this game.
Yeah.
Do they know that you're selling it on the playground to a teacher?
I don't know.
I think they probably would have applauded that. They would have been like, good work. You beat it? Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you beat it and you got back everything but like $10.
Yeah.
Great.
Now pay us.
Yeah. Now give
Where's
us our...
my cut?
Yeah. Hey, mom and dad get a little taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of
Some
the
of his
action. You want to solve a problem?
Hold
Tim?
on. I want
What?
to talk about... We've overlooked something egregiously.
Yeah, I'm all ears.
DH, man. The D hunt. Duck hunt.
Oh, duck hunt. All right.
You don't know the slang?
No. This NES doesn't come with a light gun, Tim.
Yeah, I know. But we're not talking about the new NES. I guess we are
Yeah, I
kind
mean,
of
we
exclusive.
were pretty much.
That worked. That actually worked?
Yeah, there's a...
Because they're like... I've heard a million different explanations for how that gun worked. And I would have thought it would be way more common knowledge.
It is, because the screen flashes... I forget exactly how it works. The screen flashes like black and white, and that's
When you pull the trigger?
When you pull the trigger, and that's what the gun is actually like looking for. Because it's like kind of got a camera, but like a very poor black and white low-res camera.
Right. I would just walk up to the TV and do it.
That's what everybody would do, Tim.
Yeah, because why not? Life's too short to not hit these ducks.
I'll tell you what, Tim. I tried to shoot the dog. And
A
I
lot
love
of people
dogs.
tried to shoot the dog.
Yeah, but it was still just like,
Real
let's see what
sicko.
happens. Yeah, real sicko, Tim. I had to be sent away for a while.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all we have for the NES.
I mean, I went through all the games. The
I
new
just feel
games.
like there's got to be so much more.
Yeah, there's the Power Pad. There's Rob the Robot.
Yeah. What is Rob the robot? The Rob stood for Robotic Operating Buddy.
Yeah. A friend of mine growing up.
Oh, it launched with the NES.
Yeah. A friend of mine growing up had Rob the Robot. And
What did he do?
I don't know, Tim, because it was always in a box under his bed. I'd be like, let's set up Rob the Robot. And it was always like, it's too much of a hassle.
That's what all these